What's up, everybody? This is the Hodgepodge of Nothingness podcast. I'm David Korb, joined by Luke Major. What's up, Luke?
What's up, Dave? How you doing today?
Oh, I'm hanging in there, brother. Just busy as shit with this travel baseball. This was like the only day I could, get with you guys to try to get something in. So I pounced.
I like this. I like this Saturday night aspect of this. It's a little
not bad.
Vibe,
Not
vibe.
bad. So it's I got a couple fat heads here. I'm ready to throw back a couple here while talking to you. Talk some Buccos. I think I just saw they're currently up 3-1. And it looks like they're actually hitting today, so it's nice to see. We were going to do post game, but because of the stupid delay, we can't really do a post game. Other than that, they're up 3-1. They're hitting, and
Right.
Ashcraft had to come in and pitch, and actually did really well. They kept, is it Blackburn for them? I think is who they decided. They went back to him. Do you know that the Mets went back to him, the starter?
Yeah,
And
I saw that.
That was a bad move. I don't know why they did that. But
I guess that answers why people don't ever usually do that. Like that's just a perfect example.
Yeah, they definitely helped. They definitely helped make an example out of themselves for why you don't do that. Exactly. So before we get started, real quick, really sad news. Dave Parker passed away. Just an incredible, legendary Pirate. I'm upset because he finally got inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Right, or he was about to be,
to be enshrined next month, finally. And he was going to get to have his day. And if anybody didn't deserve this, it's this guy. He spent 11 years in a Pirates uniform, winning 2 batting titles, an MVP award, and a World Series championship in 1979. During the delay, they played this big thing about him, how after Roberto Clemente died, he was that next great outfielder that came along. But yeah, just sad to see this happen to someone like him, just a legendary Pirate. So sad day. But man, just prayers are with the family. Just sucks to see that happen.
Didn't that just happen to Franco Harris too?
I think so.
I feel like that. So it might not have been the.
It wasn't that. It
name.
was his. Was it there was the anniversary of the Immaculate Reception?
Yeah, some similar situation. I don't think it was exactly the same, but it was some similar thing that he died right before.
Yeah, there was something they were going to do. It was some kind of celebration, and he died right before it, days. I think so. Crazy. It was against the Raiders. It was like the 50th or something like anniversary of the Immaculate Reception. I think is what it was.
Yeah, I just remember something was going to happen and he died right before it. I don't remember exactly what it was, but
yeah. So first thing I wanted to get into here, we were going to talk about this last week, but we couldn't find a good time. This Donnie Ball lately hasn't been looking great. Now this series so far against the Mets, not bad, but before that, rough. What do you think? What did you think of this? Do you feel like it's starting to go back downhill again, or?
Yeah, I mean, all signs point to that, right? I mean, we've had a few really bad looking series. Not on the pitching side, but hitting. I mean, pitching hasn't been phenomenal, but it's still not bad. If we could just put up runs, and it's like we lost the bats for a number of series again, and obviously you said today they're making somewhat of an appearance, but it's like a broken record. I mean, it's this lack of run support that we have so consistently not been able to give the pitchers, and it's hard to watch.
Yeah. So my thing basically with Donnie Ball, if you will, is lately it's just the obsession with fam playing more now. Taking pitchers out when they're doing good. I've seen that a couple times now where it's like, dude, what are you doing? Leave them in. I mean, the instant they bring in the relief pitcher, it all goes to hell. It's like, why, man? Why did you have if they're doing well and they weren't, I get certain situations. If they get into trouble, I get it. You got 2 runners on, probably time to make a move, throw a different look. I get it. But if he's not struggling and he's doing okay and his pitch count's all right, dude, like, let him go until he really shows that he's not ready. But I don't know. There's been some Shelton-esque stuff with him. What was another one? Bullpen decisions too. Just who decides to bring in.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't make sense sometimes.
Yeah, I had a weird side note too that I wanted to mention. It's
Yeah.
just a side bullet point. Our home record, not including today's game because it's not over yet, but our home record is 21-21, while our away record is 12-29.
Oh man.
So, I mean, I don't think
Ouch.
it means anything. It's just weird. I mean, we're 500 at home and below. I don't even know what percent below 250 away. 12-29 away.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Overall, we're 33-50, which is awful, and we're 15 and a half games back, which I know we talked about it. We were 14 and a half games, and then we made up some ground and we just gave it right back.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, dude. Yeah, it's been bad. I think 3 series in a row now they've lost. They've lost 2 out of 3 of their last 3 series. So I mean, like, yeah, they're just, for every step forward, they take 2 steps back every fucking time. So like, I just, it's hard to even. I mean, remember we kind of got excited there.
We were.
Yeah.
We were first couple weeks, or even first month maybe.
Of Donnie Ball, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like a different team.
Yeah, it did, and now it's kind of like just morphed back into weirdness. Like, dude, another thing I wanted to bring up was the lineups. Like Hayes, and we're gonna get to him in a bit, but like batting him in the top 5 is unreal to me.
He's one of the worst bats in the league.
Yeah, like I don't. You're batting. So here's my thing, okay. IKF, right? I'm not saying he's some great power hitter or whatever, but my man's hitting for average. My man gets hits. My man gets on base. You're batting him 9th every fucking game, and you're batting Pham and Hayes, and it's just like, what are you doing, man? Like, you keep batting these guys ahead of him. They had Pham at leadoff yesterday. Now, don't get me wrong, he had a hit, 2 RBIs, fine.
Yeah,
but literally, every blind squirrel finds another once in a while, and the pun is intended. Because he's literally, when we get to him in a second, he's literally have trouble seeing. And like, I just, wow. But like, this is stuff that Shelton did and drove us up the wall. And just when I thought that he was going to be different and he looked different, it looks like we're right back to it again.
And he wasn't doing this shit. He wasn't for not the longest time, but for a majority since he took over, he wasn't doing this shit.
Right.
And now all of a sudden he starts doing it. I mean, I have half a mind to think somebody's telling him what decisions to make.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I could be completely wrong, but hey, maybe we started to look pretty good. We started to get a little bit of energy, looking like a different team. Somebody said, whoa, I don't like that we're winning. Start making some other decisions.
Dude, your guess is as good as mine.
That's
really
what it feels
weird.
like. That's what it feels like.
He went playing Canario a lot. You didn't see a lot of Pham. It was like, okay, finally, and Canario was doing really good. He got in a little slump, just disappeared. Like, disappeared. And it was like, where did he, like, what are you doing? Like, I know when a guy's slumping, he still got to play. I mean, you got
to get out of the slump somehow.
Yeah. So like, I just, anything was better than Pham. I mean, look, fine, take away the hitting. How many times has Pham dropped a fucking ball this year? Like,
too many.
Like, I just, there's so many reasons to not play the guy. It's right. I don't know. I just Donnie Ball turned into Shelton-esque, and
no. Here we are. I look at it like this, right? Shelton was doing all this dumb shit that we criticized him for, rightfully so. We criticized him for doing this shit. Donnie comes in, he's not doing that stuff. Pirates look, I don't want to say great, but like a lot better than they did look.
Yes.
And you would think you may have found something that was working. So you should probably keep doing it. But then all of a sudden, things change around and we go back to Shelton type of
Moves.
management.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
And I just don't have any reasonable explanation in my head as to what would have prompted this change in decision making to go back to what we were doing when we sucked.
Right.
Especially after we got a little bit of traction going. Hey, this is working. Let's not do it.
Right.
I just can't think of any logical reasoning in my head that we would start to go back to the decisions we were making when shit was hitting the fan.
Right. Literally. So, speaking of things not going well, O'Neal Cruz, holy shit, dude. Like, so here's the thing. Like, it's like if you criticize this kid, you've got ulterior issues with him. I don't. I just want to see him play good baseball, and I'm not seeing it. He started off really good. A lot of stolen bases, hitting the ball really well, wasn't striking out a lot. The thing I want to criticize is now the body of work in general. It's not just you're in the outfield, the ball gets hit to you, you miss it, and it's like they had a controller and they shut it off on you, and you don't move. You just stand there and watch the other guy.
That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. I've been a Cruz defender this entire season.
Same.
He is a phenomenal athlete, unbelievably talented baseball player who seems like an upset 12-year-old.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. Great way to put it.
And there's no excuse for it. There's no excuse to play professional baseball, make millions of dollars, and watch a ball roll past you in the outfield and then stand there and look at it.
Right.
And I can't defend the Pirates in the aspect of, like, we're not winning. We're not competitive. I understand that. You may not want to play here. But all that set aside, if you want to get out of Pittsburgh and go play somewhere else, who the fuck do you think is going to look at the way you've been playing recently and say, that's a guy I want on my team?
Only LA and Yankees.
Right.
And
I mean, and those are the places are the places you want to go, right? But like, even them, I have half a mind to say this dude's not running out ball, and nobody in Major League Baseball runs out to first base with full effort if it's a infield ground ball.
There's a lot of them. Yeah, there's a lot of them.
I mean, I
hate that. I hate to be like a get off my lawn kind of guy or old school.
Right,
or whatever.
dude. You're taught when you're this tall. As a t-ball player, you're taught to run out the play.
Yeah.
And I understand it might make more, it might be more important to do that as a kid because you're trying to learn the principles of hard work and, whatever it may be. But, dude, you're fast as fuck. You might beat that out.
Right.
You might beat that out. I mean, if you're Joey Bart hitting that ball, okay, like let's be real here. But like, you're fast as fuck. Yeah. There's a solid chance you might beat that out and we'll never know. But
yeah, no, I've seen Reynolds do it. I've seen Hayes.
They all do it. They all do it.
But the stuff in the outfield that was just weird. Like it was like he was just like, oh, it's like, dude. And then just this game, he just got doubled off second. I think I saw.
Yeah.
It's like what are you doing? Like, dude, it just compounds with him. It's compounding. It's so many things. And you know how people are. You do one thing they don't like, everybody starts watching more and starts paying attention more to what you do as an individual. And I don't think he understands that. So now everything gets observed. And now we're observing you running out of the box. We're observing how you are in the field. We're observing your body language. We're observing you. Now you get picked off or not doubled off at second. I mean, like, it's just nonstop with this kid. Nonstop. And I mean, look, we get so excited about exit velocities and speed, but like, there's other things in this game you got to do for your team for them to play winning baseball. And dude, this is so right now as we speak for this season, he's batting 208, He has 13 home runs, 31 RBIs, 27 stolen bases, which is awesome. The stolen bases is great this year, and a 719 OPS. But however, in his last 7 games, he's batting 115 with a 143 on base percentage and a 115 slugging. In his last 15 games, he's batting 138, 190 on base percentage, and a 190 slugging. He has 20 strikeouts to only 4 walks. Like,
yeah, and I saw that.
Holy
shit.
That.
And the other day I saw that, or yesterday maybe it was. But I was like, "Are you serious?" Like, to your point too, he started out really good. He was hitting home because you got to think he hit 13 home runs, but when's the last time he hit one? I mean, it's been a while. So those 13 home runs, it's not all 83 games we've played so far,
right?
Because it's been quite a while since he hit a home run.
I can even go further. Last 30 games, he's batting 188 with a 267 on base percentage and a slugging of 368. I mean, that's horrible.
Horrible. And he's supposed to be carrying.
Games, 45, bro. Like, that is insane.
Yeah. He's supposed to be the best player on the team, carrying, especially on the offensive side. I mean,
right.
And he should be a freak in the outfield. He should be.
In theory. I mean, that's why they made the move, right? So
he has the makeup to be probably the best defensive center fielder in baseball. Yeah. I mean, there's some good ones out there, but he has the talent and the abilities to be that guy. And he's not being that guy.
No, he's not. So I wanted to bring this up. I'm going to join these two together because they kind of go hand in hand. So I can't believe Fam's still here. So I wanted to talk about that a little bit. But also they called Billy Cook up since the last time we had a pod episode. And then they already sent him back down. Like, what are we doing here? Like, don't get me wrong. It ain't like Billy Cook lit the world on fire when he was up here. But Fam it's just a joke anymore. Like, I can't believe that they didn't, because they called Cook up and then they called Sawinski up whenever Reynolds went on bereavement list because his wife had their kid. By the way, thank God, because Prego Reynolds is not really good. Like, every time that man has a child on the way, he sucks.
Yeah.
I don't know why it is, but like, I don't know. Like, that kid's out. Go get a vasectomy right now, Reynolds. Like, let's be done. I think he's got like 4 kids now. Like, yeah. You're good, bro. You're good.
That's enough. Let's
take it easy. Like, dude, it's killing me. Like, I don't know why it is every time he's got a kid on the way, he doesn't do well. But I'm hoping for a better second half from him now.
Right.
But Jesus. Anyways, all right. So back to Fam, bro. Like, I'd rather have, when they called Sawinski up, I'd rather have Sawinski up. Yeah. At least I get the defense.
Right.
Like, I want to see Billy Cook. I would rather see Sawinski. Like, it's just wasting your time with Fam. I hate to see, he is doing better lately. I will say that. I want to say I had his stuff somewhere. Okay, so on the season, 224 average, 1 home run, and that was, I think, recent, by the way. 17 RBIs and 3 stolen bases with a 577 OPS. Not good. Now in his last 7 games, he's batting .444 with an on-base percentage of 500 and a slugging of 722. Now, that's better in your last 7 games. He's starting to do a little better, but like, it's still not good enough for me.
No, and is it going to continue? Is it going to? I mean, 7 games is such a small scale, and you're correct. It is good. Like, it's good to see that, but 7 games is such a small scale. Especially, I mean, we're halfway through the season right now. At this point, like 7 games. What the fuck? 7 games?
82 games late is the problem.
Like, yeah, you can't make this shit up.
Yeah, it's tough, man. It really is. Like, and then, like, when I read about them talking about his issue with his eyesight and everything, I'm just like, you literally picked a blind man to.
He's an old man.
Like, I was just mind blown by it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know he's played, 17 seasons or whatever the hell it is. Like, right. I understand that, but if this guy has issues still, like, why? Like,
I still don't know why Canario disappeared. I mean, just to like hit on that a little more, like he slumped. I get it.
Yeah.
But he was playing good baseball.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. That's something I'll never understand why he
I'd
got
take
put on a
him.
milk carton somewhere for missing.
I'd take him, 10 out of 10 games over Pham.
Yeah, me too. No doubt.
It just doesn't make sense. I mean, there's just too much shit going on that doesn't make sense. That's the best way that I can describe the Pittsburgh Pirates right now. Right. Like I don't even know if I can find one thing that makes sense other than Kutch.
And that's the next segment we're going to bring up is Kutch. Is Kutch the best hitter on this team at 30? Is it 38?
Undoubtedly.
37,
yes.
38?
37, I think. Might be 38.
Like, holy shit. So this guy's batting 265. Now, not counting this game that's going on now. 265, 8 home runs, 28 RBIs, has a stolen base, has a 750 OPS. At 38,
he's the one guy on the team that seems like, and we mentioned this too, he's the one guy to me that shows up and gives a fuck about playing baseball.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, did you see where after Cruz didn't run that play out, Kutch got up and ran his ass off to first?
Yeah.
Like almost like this is how you run a play out. Like I was like, oh, damn, okay. My man was sending a fucking message. Like, okay.
But Kutch is just, he's I'm trying to think of the word. I mean, Kutch is a good model of that type of dude. He's a team player. He's not gonna be lazy when he's in the game. He's not out there to be lazy and jog down to first fucking base. And I guarantee you, at 38 years old, if Kutch was playing right or playing in the outfield and missed a ball, he's running after. He's not going to stand there and fucking look at it like his controller died and he had nothing to like.
Right.
Even if somebody else is going to get to the ball first, clearly Kutch is going to run after the ball.
Exactly.
And these are just such basic things that you learn as a child.
I mean, when he did get time in right field, you saw him making some plays. You're like, holy shit. And then Shelton sat him for like 4 games, like, oh my God, you had to run the ball. Yeah, like, like just stupid. But listen to this. So, player stat leaders for the team. McCutchen leads in batting average at 265.
That's not a surprise.
He leads in on base percentage, 341. Leads in slugging, 409. What else? OPS is 750. He leads in that. This is crazy. And then the other ones is Cruz. Cruz has got 13 home runs. Let's see what else. Cruz got 27 stolen bases. He has 43 runs. What else is Cruz? That's it. And then it's Reynolds. Reynolds has the RBIs. Reynolds has the hits, the doubles, and then he's tied with like 5 people for triples. Like, but dude, this is nuts. A 38-year-old man should not be the one that's leading this team in all these different categories. This is year 6, Ben Cherington, and you're 38-year-old. Our Joe DiMaggio of Pirates,
right?
At 38 is the best hitter on your fucking team. Like, you should be fucking embarrassed. Like, I can't believe this has been allowed to go on. Like, it's nuts to me. It really is. Speaking of things that are, Brian Hayes, is he the worst hitting third baseman in baseball?
I think he not only the worst worst hitting third baseman in baseball. I think he's arguably one of the worst hitters in all of baseball.
I think I saw, because his stats are, his average is 238, not counting his game. 2 home runs from your third baseman, by the way. Anyways, 24 RBIs, 9 stolen bases, a 584 OPS, bro. It's almost hard to even comprehend. Like, I don't want to comprehend it. I almost forbid it. Like, I think it's the lowest in baseball in third basemen that like it that counts or whatever, that's official, that qualifies for it. Dude, that's insane. I think he got a hit or 2 today. Great.
Yeah, I mean, every once in a while he shows up to a game and hits 2 singles.
Well, it's like Pham right now. Like last 7 games, he's batting .429 in 7 games, right? 478 on base percentage, a 476 slugging. Again, 82 fucking games too late. But hey, maybe he's starting. Maybe it's just another blind squirrel finding a nut, you know. But I just he has to be better. Has to be.
Not too late to become a Red Sox fan.
And
yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is too.
Oh, geez.
Your
Dave's
boy.
on here. Oh, geez.
I told him,
way.
yes, it is.
Never. Never. Ever. Anyways.
Don't ever say the Red Sox on my podcast again, ever.
But, yeah, dude, like, I just, it's just embarrassing to see this kind of stuff. It really is.
And the stat, the Key Brian Hayes stat that sticks out to me the most is 2 home runs.
Yeah.
2 home runs. I mean,
right.
I think if we put Paul Skeens in the lineup, he'd hit 2 home runs by now.
Right.
That might be an exaggeration. It might not be.
Yeah. No, I have I have no doubt that some of those other guys could walk in there.
That's a power position. Yep. That's a power position. I mean, there's middle infielders that have way more home runs.
Right.
And you're not expecting that out of your middle infielder.
Here's the thing, like, so if you're not going to be a home run hitter, fine, right? But let's at least see a high batting average. Lots of runs batted in, right? And we're not even meeting that, bro. Like, we're not even close to that. 238 average and only 24 RBIs. Like, and your OPS is last in the league in third basemen to qualify? Like,
right. So what's that? It's like roughly 1 RBI every 3 games.
Yeah.
I think.
From a corner position, it's not good enough. It's just not. So let's get to the stuff that, like, is we know what's going to happen. Okay. By trade deadline, they're going to be sellers. The Keller rumors are flying off the handle.
Yeah.
So, like, what is it you would want to see in return if we trade Keller?
Man, there's so many things. Like, I wouldn't hate a good outfielder. And I say that because I think Cruz is going to go too.
You think what? I'm sorry, what was that again?
I think Cruz is going to go too.
Really? Wow. You do think they're going to trade Cruz?
I mean, it's a hot take, but that's my hot take.
Okay.
Is that I wouldn't be shocked if they send Cruz somewhere. If that's the case, I'd like to see a good outfielder.
Okay.
I mean, Hayes is decent defensively. I mean, he's not as good as he once was when he was winning Gold Gloves, but wouldn't hate a power hitting third baseman that could drive in runs and hit the ball.
Imagine, right? What a thought. What a thought.
But yeah, I guess my hot take is that Cruz is going to get traded to. I mean, they said, and this might be, I don't know what source this was from, but they said,
right, you don't know what's
the only untouchable people are Skeens and Kutch.
Which is
That's
nuts.
what I saw. Yeah.
Because, like, for me personally, I'm the opposite. For me, it would be like Reynolds, and then Cruz. To me, Kutch is 38 years old, and that's the prime guy you want to trade. Like, he's 38. Right. It's gonna, fall off at any moment. God bless him. Love the guy. But, like, you know what I'm saying? He's 38. Like,
well, yeah, and I don't know that. I don't necessarily think they want to keep him based off of performance-wise. I think they're just like, hey, this is our guy. Yeah. And he's not going anywhere. Similar to the Kenny Pickett draft pick, in my opinion. Like, that was horrible. That's just a comparison. They drafted him because he went to Pitt, and they wanted to bring him to Pittsburgh. But I think it's a similar thing where, like, Kutch is our guy, and they don't want to get rid of him.
Don't get me wrong. I love the guy. Like I said, he's like our Joe DiMaggio, like, literally.
Right.
But, like, at the same time, as a GM,
it's a business, right?
It's a business, and depending on what the offer is, you'd be stupid not to pounce if it's legit blue chip prospects. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Keller. Like Keller's, we know what Keller is. He's not dominant. He's not horrible. He's just mid.
It's very middle of the pack.
I hate the fact that he's like, 2-10 now. He doesn't deserve that because he's now got, I think, like a 3.98 ERA. The guy deserves better. Like, it isn't his fault that his record is that. But like, I would love to see them get look. We've got Ashcraft, who's already here. We got Chandler, Barco, Harrington, Burrows. We've got tons of fucking pitching, tons coming, right? Like, go get these hitting prospects. Go get a couple that are going to be ready next year. They will be ready. And then have a couple for the future down the road if you need to. Get a mix of that. And I mean, I want all fucking hitting. All fucking hitting. Like, I don't want to see this shit ever again. I don't want it to be year 7 of this, right? And we're again in last in home runs, last in OPS, last in. I don't want to see this shit ever again. Like, I go get multiple hitting prospects at ready to go next season. I mean, even get one that are right now, fine, but go get them. Like, that's what you got to do. And I'm not saying I want more Horwitz, but like that kind of aspect where they just got some time last year, or it'll definitely be this year, next year coming up. That's what you need to go get. Am I saying I want a Garrett Cole type trade, if you will? No, because most of that, besides Musgrove, wasn't in Bednar. Like lately not great, but now he's doing better now in the last month. But something like that, kind of where you're getting some of those guys that's ready now. But I would like to see some studs get acquired for next year. That's what I really want.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. It's hard to say, like, we want guys that are going to be ready right now, because the near future, and by that I mean like the rest of this year, ain't shit happening.
Right.
I mean, we're 33 and 50. Like, we're on track to lose 100 games.
That's actually like.
Is that the next one?
That's almost one of them. Yeah. Before we get to that, though, so would you trade Hayes, Bednar, Falter, Heaney?
Honestly, yeah. I mean, like, to your point you just made, Bednar's been looking better recently.
Now's the time to pounce. Yeah, right.
So I think that ups his value a little bit than what it was like a month ago, or a month and a half, when he was blowing every fucking game he came into. There's some value there now. If you ask me, he's kind of showed he's still capable of closing games out. So yeah, there's value there. I think Bednar could easily be traded. I think Hayes could easily be traded. Heaney, maybe not. I mean, yeah, but not as much as those two guys.
Yeah.
Hayes, I would love to see Brian Hayes get traded.
I see a contender wanting a defensive guy, giving us something for him. Golden Glove, like as much as we talk about how bad his hitting is, he is a Gold Glove third baseman, right?
Right.
There's no. I'm not going to take that away from him. It's just that you got to have more than that.
But I would sacrifice a little bit of defensive. I'd sacrifice a little bit of defensive abilities for somebody who can hit the ball,
right,
and score runs. Because on the defensive side, barring these horrible plays from Cruz in center field and what have you, on the defensive side of the ball, we're not that bad, especially the pitching.
Right.
But we need hitters. We need offensive players. Now, you can't go get a guy who can't play defense worth a shit. I mean, you got to have some defensive ability there. But I would sacrifice a little bit of defensive ability at the third base position to get a guy who gets RBIs and hits home runs. And
here's the thing: what people need to understand is that great hitting makes up for those games where there's a couple errors or the bad pitching. That's where the hitting comes in. That comes into play. When you have great hitting, it protects you from all that stuff a lot more. And the Pirates don't have that. So when they do have those games, it's over. It's fucking over. So it's just they have to go get, like you said, an outfielder, go get a middle infielder too, third baseman. Like, yeah, there's definitely. I'm glad to hear that when they say everything's on the table. I know they say except Kutch, which I'd flip that. But besides that, I'm glad to hear that they're listening on everything, because no one that should be what they're doing. You protect Skeens at all costs. He ain't going anywhere. And then see what people offer you from other things, and they need to do it. It should be all dedicated to hitting. It should be all dedicated to hitting, because all those guys are going to be ready by at least next year in the pitching side, at least. Oh, not all. At least you got Burrows, obviously, Ashcraft, obviously, Harrington, obviously, and Chandler. So that's 4 fucking guys, dude. That's okay. Maybe have Jones towards middle to end of next season, plus Skeens. There's other guys too. You know, you get back Oviedo, maybe. There's other guys. So if you can get rid of a Keller or get rid of a Falter or a Heaney to get a couple possibly good hitters coming through the system by next year, pounce.
And there's teams that could use the pitching that may have a young guy who he may still be a prospect. He may be super young and he's called up. I don't have any specific examples right now, but I know there's teams who have good offenses and not good pitching.
Right.
Which is the exact opposite of what we have.
Right.
They may be willing to part with a stud for some guys.
I think it's basically what the Orioles are kind of like the opposite of us.
Yeah,
they've got the hitting but no pitching.
That's the first team that really comes to mind when you think about that. I mean, even guys like Jackson Holiday, O'Hearn. I've seen them, throwing out some. Well, not them, but I've seen sources saying that there's a likely chance that O'Hearn will get traded, for some pitching. So
Pirates are up 3-2, by the way, in the 7th.
Okay, 3-2.
Yep. All right. So last 2 things. So first thing is, do you think Ben Cherington will be the Pirates GM after this season?
I don't think he should be. I think he still will be.
Well, yeah. I think so too. I don't think he's going anywhere. When he sold his house, I was like, "Oh boy, yes sir, see ya." But I don't know. They're letting him. They're gonna. Here's my thing. I think he's staying if he makes big moves. I think that's a sign. I mean, maybe it's a sign already that he's not gone yet. If they're going to let him do the draft, they're going to let him make big moves. Yeah, he ain't going nowhere. There's no way you let him do all this stuff if he's not staying. That's the way I look at it. So I don't think he's going anywhere either. I agree with you. He should have been gone long ago, but whatever. Yeah. So last question before we go: will the Pirates lose 100 games this season?
Yes. At this rate, we might lose 110. Okay. I wouldn't be shocked. Again, we're at 83 games. It'll be 84 after today. We have 50 losses. Yeah, I don't think it's going to get much better from here on out.
Yeah. Without doing the math on top of my head, I think they'll lose 90-something games possibly. I think after that trade deadline and we trade anything that we relatively had that helps, I think it's going to get a little rough. I think it'll be good enough not to lose 100. I think they'll be in the 90 range. Okay. I can't be, and if you told me at the beginning of the season, I was so positive and thought they would barely, but still have some kind of form of a winning record. I think I said 83 and something.
We were all really close in that, but none of us predicted, the 3 of us, none of us predicted a losing record. We all predicted slightly over 500.
Yeah. Right.
Which shows how much we fucking know. No, I mean, nobody could have predicted that we'd be this bad.
Right.
With the way everything was going.
All right. Yeah. Well, It's depressing, dude, but like it is what it is. This is Pirate baseball.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I mean, one of my best friends is he lives in Houston. He's an Astros fan. I'm like, man, how nice is it? What's it like to be on that side of things? You know.
Yeah.
But he's also a Cowboys fan, so he doesn't know a whole lot about the winning football teams. So
yeah, it's been a minute. All right, man. Well, you got anything else?
That's all I got, man.
All right, guys. Well, everybody, thanks for listening. Appreciate it. If you like what you're hearing, just hit the subscribe button. Really appreciate that. So you can get your Pirates fix here with us. We got the Steelers Sanctuary stuff. We've got also now Trent Ging's got his own show on here as well, the Here We Go podcast. So, like, you can get your football and Pirates fix right here, guys. So, don't also forget to sign up. We now got a sponsorship on the football side with Ultra GM. Just go ahead and join our league, man. Let's see what you got as a Steelers GM. But that's all I got. Until next time, we're out. See you later.
Is that all?
No. Wait a minute. The fuck? Why would you do that? Maybe we should think about this.
You are without doubt the worst pirate I've ever heard of.
But you have heard of